Let me ask you a question. What if your competitors are already 3 steps ahead in global expansion and you don't even know it yet? Right now, companies just like yours are silently cracking the code to global leadership while others lose millions in failed deals, stalled negotiations, and talent drain. Which side will you be on? Every year, businesses waste trillions of dollars due to cultural missteps. But the winners, they don't just adapt, they dominate. I'm Terence Clark, and at Upskill Consulting, we've helped hundreds of leaders and companies avoid these traps. Not with textbook theories, but with battlefield-tested strategies. We specialize in 2 critical missions: helping Western leaders avoid costly cultural pitfalls when managing global teams, and empowering Chinese companies to expand overseas successfully, strategically, and sustainably. So, whether you're a Western company setting up in China, or a Chinese company getting ready to or going global, the rules of engagement have changed. The old playbooks don't work anymore. Now, did you know that 70% of the world's workforce comes from collectivist cultures? Well, most Western leaders are trained in autonomy, they're trained in transparency and very direct communication. But in much of the world, especially across Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America, hierarchy, relationship building, and indirect communication drive business success. An example from one of our clients, one German executive we worked with was frustrated that his Chinese team wouldn't make decisions without his approval. And we see this almost every day. He saw it as a lack of initiative. But in reality, they were waiting for clear guidance, as is expected in hierarchical cultures. By implementing our decision-making matrix, he reduced bottlenecks and boosted productivity by 40%. So our AAA model, which I've personally developed over thousands of hours of training and coaching, which is awareness, appreciation, and adaptation, helps leaders close these gaps. Not with stereotypes, not with unconscious bias, but with actionable strategies. But the cultural challenge isn't just one-sided. Chinese companies are expanding overseas, going Shuhai. They face their own hurdles. How do you negotiate with Western partners? How do you build trust in markets where face and guanxi aren't enough? We recently coached a very well-known Chinese e-commerce company entering Europe. Their product was strong, but the negotiations kept stalling. Why was this? Because of their high context communication style. It's just clashed with Europe's preference for directness. We trained and coached their team in cross-cultural persuasion, adapted their pitch, and within months, they secured 2 major distribution deals. So how can we help Chinese companies go overseas? Well, our Chuhai acceleration program covers Western and Central Asian business etiquette and negotiation tactics, how to build trust in low context cultures, for example, Europe, managing overseas teams without micromanaging, and crisis communication for global markets. And for Western companies entering China, as well as our full range of helping you set up companies and setting up your business, the stakes are just as high. Misunderstandings in hiring, compliance, or even day-to-day management can cost millions. We helped a US tech firm revamp the hiring process in Shanghai. Instead of that Western-style sell-yourself interviews, we trained them in cultural recruitment strategies, resulting in 30% faster hires and lower turnover overall. The future belongs to leaders who can navigate both sides of the cultural divide. So whether you're a Western company in China or a Chinese company going global, we don't just train, we don't just teach theory. We give you the tools to execute. So are you ready to turn cultural differences into your competitive advantage? Let's build your global success story together.